Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, we're going to be talking about the RAPAX Gaming Keyboard. This is a full-size, massive keyboard, which has been requested by several viewers. And we're going to take a look at this today as a first impression and unboxing. If you have something you'd like me to review, if you're on the fence of buying that piece of hardware or not, and you're curious, let me know in the comments below and I can try and bump it up the list. And if you're a hardware manufacturer, please reach out to me and I would love to review your hardware as well, okay? Alright, looking at this box, very beautiful retail packaging. If I was in a retail store and I see this on the shelf, it would definitely give me the impression this is a means business gaming keyboard. It is full size, it is good looking, and it definitely has kind of a high-techy look to the box. On the box itself, it talks a little bit about it. It says gaming keyboard featuring Red LED Illumination, ultra grippy spacebar with thumb recesses, and specially labeled gaming keys. Okay, we'll find out more about that. Over here it talks a little bit about the operating systems, which is pretty much like all of them. It only lists it to Windows 8, but I'm sure it works with Windows 10. We'll test that theory for you. And easy installation, no drivers needed, illuminated keys, LED, 8 multimedia keys, full size layout, and it looks full size, guys. Height adjustable and 1.8 meter cable, so that's good too. Looking at the sides, just basic stuff here. On the back here, it goes through and lists things in like 8 different languages, or maybe more languages actually. Just to read through some of these things on the back here, it says stealth design. That's interesting. On-off switchable illumination, ultra grippy spacebar again, specially labeled gaming keys again, ready to use straight out of the box. That's cool. Full size keyboard including arrow keys, number pad, 8 additional keys for direct access that can be useful, and it has a height adjustable compact form factor. I don't know about that compact form factor. This thing looks huge, okay? And then finally here, cable length is 1.8, so very cool. This is a USB keyboard, as most are these days. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like inside the box. I purchased this on Amazon. It was a purchase by me, and it wasn't real expensive. I'd say it was somewhere around $30, maybe, like between $20 and $30. The price did fluctuate a little bit during the time I was like looking at this keyboard, so if you keep watching, it may go up or go down a little bit, and it may vary a little bit by seller on Amazon as well. But I would try and go for one with free shipping, so that way it's not like a low price and like a high shipping situation. And I did see a little bit of that going on. Okay, we open this up, and very interesting from the get-go. You can't even see it. It's keeping it a secret from us, guys. White cardboard here. It does have a little instruction book. We'll take a look at this. And the book itself seems nice. Glossy paper. It is black and white. And it does talk about some of the basic features about setting it up, about plugging in USB, about using the lighting. Here it looks like there's a little illumination button, which is really cool. Here it talks about the buttons, my computer, calendar, homepage, email, play, up, down, all that good stuff. It talks about using the height adjustment. I mean, this is all pretty much common sense stuff most of you guys probably don't need to know much more about. There is a number of other accessories here which are advertised. Things from tablet bags to little fan accessories, mouses, all sorts of cool stuff. We'll just take this and we're just going to throw this aside for right now. Okay, taking this off here. Here is the keyboard. And it's looking pretty big, guys. Let's go ahead and pull it out. We'll put this back here just a little bit. Here, we'll spin it around so we can admire its beauty and pull off the plastic. And here is the keyboard. Okay. First impressions. The keyboard cord itself is long, but it is not a braided cord. And you guys know I'm really into braided cords. It's not a must. It's not a game changer necessarily, but it's a little sign of quality when something has a braided cord. This does feel like a very good quality plastic cord. It feels like this is not going to snag, rip, or tear easily, but it is not braided. So I'd say that would be like one, I don't want to say a strike against it, but it could have had that like opportunity to have a braided cord and go that extra mile, which in this case it did not. But it does feel very good quality for what that's worth. The USB plug is silver and feels very solid. I don't think this is going to rip or tear easily, so I think that's a good sign. The keyboard itself, the weight of it is pretty light. I wouldn't say it's the lightest keyboard ever, but it is a little bit more on the light side than some keyboards. The bottom of it is plastic. Sometimes keyboards lately have had metal down here to kind of give them extra weight and mass. This one does not. Down here you can see the little adjustable feet stands, so that's very cool. We do have a little bit of grippy here to hold it down, which is very good, and screws kind of holding everything in place. The actual keyboard itself, I do like the way the keys are kind of a glossy black look to them. Very cool. It almost looks like they're a different color, but I think it's the way the light is catching the gloss. Over here we do have buttons, like we were saying, for calculator, home, email, that kind of thing. Very cool. Now this is not a mechanical keyboard. Hear that? It does have a nice little clicky sound to it, but it is not mechanical in nature, okay? The keys themselves are normal size keys. They don't feel like they're reduced in size. Like sometimes the Logitechs use smaller keys. They're taller, but they're smaller. These feel like a normal key size. They don't feel weird in any way. Touching them, they feel very stable. They have a good feel to them. This is kind of interesting. You don't often see this kind of recessed look in this, which I guess would be very comfortable, and the angles are about right for how you might hold this. So I think that's good. I'm going to use this for a while and see how this really, if it matters, if it doesn't matter, if I like it, don't like it. But it's interesting they have that little curve in there, which actually could make it a very good thing. Everything else looks very good. Over on this side here, we have volume up, volume down, mute, standard things. But all in all, very good looking, very big keyboard. I'm going to plug this bad boy in and test it on a few operating systems, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I had a chance to test this on Windows 8 and Windows 10, and it had no problems being identified by either operating system. Should not be a problem on Linux, I don't believe, and I think it would work fine on Mac, with the exception of as long as you have a open USB slot you can stick it into, okay? But no special requirements. I'd say this is very good without drivers. You're good to go from day one, plugging in and playing. Now, the illumination, there is an illumination key here, but I really can't see much illumination, to be honest with you. Like, I can kind of tell it's going, but it's not very bright at all. So I'm going to have to play with this a little bit and maybe turn the light down and kind of see how illuminated this is. But my first impression is illumination does not seem very bright. We're going to test that more. One negative is the little rubber feet here do seem to scuff a little bit. You can't see it easily, but right below the camera angle here, there's some black line where actually, maybe I can push this forward a little bit. See that black line right there? That is from the feet of the keyboard. So that can be kind of bad if you have a white desk or something that might get scuffed up easily. I'm sure I can use some 409 and get rid of this, but it's interesting that just out of the box it so quickly scuffed my white surface here. So that's kind of a negative. As far as the keyboard goes, though, it does type very nicely, and it feels very comfortable actually when you're playing with it. So far, I can't really pass judgment on the slots here in the thumb part, but all in all, I'd say so far it feels very comfortable, and I'd say it maybe even feels a little bit better than some of the Logitechs that have smaller keys that feel a little weird when you first start. Now, if you're really into the smaller key Logitechs, then maybe you'll be fine. But if you like full-size keyboards, I think this feels very nice in your hands. I'm going to dim the room lights here, and we're going to try that illumination a little bit further and see what it looks like in the dark. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And I dimmed the lights now. There's a little bit of room light. There's a Christmas tree right over here. There's a computer monitor over here on the right-hand side. So you can see there's a little room illumination, but all the regular camera lights are off. The room light is off, that kind of thing. And you can see just a little bit of red showing through here, but it's very dim. If I pull this up here to the actual camera a little bit closer, you can see there is some illumination. These keys do have red behind them. And as far as I can tell, there is not a way to make that brighter. It seems like there is one set illumination red, and it does not change. And you cannot really make it brighter or dimmer necessarily. It's either on like this, or with this button here, it's off. Okay, so that is pretty much how far the illumination goes. I'd say compared to other things, it's not illuminated that well. Alright friends, so final thought on this keyboard, it's not a bad keyboard. Okay, I'm going to give you the pros and the cons right now. The pros, for the price, it's a really nice feeling keyboard for under $30, okay? I love the way it's full size. I love the way it has separate number keys. I love the fact the keys are full and nice. You know, so far, I'm kind of digging this little groove in here. You know, this might really grow on me. Like, if I switch to a different keyboard after using this for a while, I might seriously miss that groove. That might actually be very useful in its placement and its width. So that is a plus. Now, some cons. This keyboard does have a few cons. One is the non-braided cord. It's a small touch, but it's a touch all the same to me anyway. The keyboard itself, these feet do scuff white surfaces just a little bit when you first get out of the box, although that's not necessarily a game changer. It's something I want to make note of for you guys, okay? And then finally, the actual lightness of it, the illumination of it is a little bit dim, okay? In the dark, you can see the red. It does shine through nicely. You can easily type in the dark and have a good time with it, but it could just be a little bit brighter. I wish I had several levels of illumination to make it brighter. I would say all in all, you really can't go wrong with this keyboard, but I would check out some of the other keyboard reviews I have as well to see what meets your needs the best. Friends, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I would give this keyboard, if I was going to give it like a letter grade, I guess I would have to probably give it a C+, largely because I love the size, I love the keyboard layout, and I'm docking a few points just because the illumination is not very bright for something which claims to be illuminated keyboard. I wish it was just a little bit brighter, and also the fact that the feet scuff and the fact that the cord is not braided, okay? But all in all, again, a C+ for me is a pretty good grade. You know, it's not bad, very usable. I'm going to test this out, and if I have some more feelings about this keyboard after I use it for a week or two, I'm going to add some new comments down here, like a week 1 follow-up, or maybe make a separate video for it. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help you guys out. Just let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to give you some feedback based upon my experiences with this keyboard, okay? All right, friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure and check out TUXX Toys, my alt channel. Be sure and check out this channel, TUXX Reviews, on Instagram and Twitter. Be sure and check out TUXX Toys, the alt channel, also on Instagram and Twitter. Separate accounts, different photos. Sometimes I have some really cool slice of life stuff that you might really enjoy on both those two channels. And of course, I do have a beta gaming channel I throw weird little things on called Gamer TUXX, okay? All right, friends, hope you're having a good one. We'll talk to you soon.